Hello. Today is Wednesday, June 5th. I just came from a job fair and I didn't really want to go to the job fair, but I was like, number one, I need to get out of the house. Number two, I'm gonna do this because my other nail is missing. Number two, I'm trying to be proactive about getting a job because I do want a job, and also I want to earn an income. That's important, especially because I'm starting over. I'm literally starting over in a new city and I need a job now. But anyway, so I have my doubts about coming to the job fair because I kind of know what jobs are at a job fair generally, and I've never been to a job fair before, but I have gone to two college fairs way back in the day, and they were weird. I went to the job fair. I even went on Reddit and I was like, is it even worth going to a job fair? And people were just like, no. But I was like, I'm gonna go anyway because there could be something there that I didn't even know existed. I can look into that position and then it would just open a whole new world for me because it's like, oh, I didn't even know this existed. So, and I'm overall happy that I went. I had to go to FedEx to get my resume printed out. And I only printed two because I was like, ain't nobody gonna take my resume. And I was right, only one person took my resume, and that's fine. And I got to keep the other one. But it was informative. I got to learn what kind of jobs are out there. I got to kind of I can think outside of the box now because it's looking for a job online, which is what everyone does now. Everyone just looks at jobs online. You kind of run out of ideas of where to look because you don't know how many jobs actually exist, but there's a job for everything. So it was informative. The people were nice. It was quick. It was a smaller job fair, which is fine because it can get overwhelming if there's like, 200 plus vendors or 200 plus businesses there. But I'm glad I went, and I have some swag over here in this bag, and I will be looking into several of the positions, but there was one position that the woman's passion alone got me curious, so I will be looking into that. And I'm overall happy I went. So if you are unsure about going to a job fair, just go, especially if you have the time, and I definitely have the time. Just go to the job fair, shake some hands, sign up for things, give out your resume, give your information, get to know what's out there, learn, ask questions, just get information so you know what's even going on. It doesn't hurt. It never hurts to learn. That's the lesson of today. It doesn't hurt to learn. Just go do it. And what am I going to do for the rest of the day? I don't know. Okay, bye. For a minute, yes. Girl, I want to know your name. Good morning. Today is Monday, June 10th, and my bun is crooked per usual. But I'm just checking in just to get some footage for my monthly vlog. But today I am going to be taking down these twists. I've had them in for almost a month, almost exactly a month. I was trying to make it until a month, but I'm ready to take them down because my scalp is really dry and my roots are really dry, and that means the rest of my hair is really dry if my scalp is dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out, get my hair washed, and start the next hairstyle, which I'll check back in about a little bit later. 51 braids. Not bad. Hello, today is Tuesday, June 11th. Sorry about the lighting. My goodness, it's so dark. I don't really have direct lighting like I used to because I'm in a different space. And I probably said that a million times by now. But anyway, so today is day 2 of me installing this hairstyle. I finished my braids. Let me take them down. So they're all done. Ow! Oh my gosh, okay. So they're all done. I have them all finished. The base for the faux locks. And I counted them and I showed it in the previous clip. I have 51 braids and I was aiming for, I don't know if I was aiming for, but I saw a video where the young lady in the video had 45 braids and I was like, that sounds better because it's less. And I wanted to do it kind of differently than I did last time. So I ended up with 3 less braids. I think I had 54 or 55 last time. And I'll put the number on the screen. But this time I just wanted less because it was a bit bulky last time I did it. So I'm gonna try and not make it as bulky. I still want it voluminous, but I don't want it to be bulky. So I'm gonna try to do that and figure it out. It's been almost a year since I've done the hairstyle. So I'm still trying to figure out, like, remember what I did and then do things differently, like, to cut down on time. And so far I think I'm doing pretty good on time because the braids themselves felt like they took 50 years, but this time it didn't take as long because I have a 3-way mirror now, so that helps cut down on time. And I also wasn't super precise with parting. Last time I was trying so hard to make the parting perfect, and I made the parting is clean. It's just that it's not perfect like it was before, and that's what took a lot of time. I was trying to make it really, really perfect. I did not make them super perfect. What I did was I tried to make the boxes even. I tried to do the bricklaying method, and I also tried to make sure that all the hair that was within the box was supposed to be in the box. So I'm going for a little bit more of an, I guess, effortless look because you're not going to see it. This hairstyle is not going to show the boxes very much, so it's going to be covered, so I'm not really worried about the parting. So the braiding didn't take as long. I literally finished at 3 a.m. But when did I start? I actually don't know when I started. I took a very long break because I had a visitor, and my hair looked crazy when they were visiting me, but I had a visitor, so I was with them for a while. And then I didn't go straight into doing my hair. I think I ate or something like that. And then I started doing my hair, and I was done by 3 o'clock in the morning. So to me, it didn't take that long. I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't tired of doing my hair. I finished and I was like, okay, cool. I finished. Awesome. So now the next thing I need to do is shorten my hair because my braids for me are too long for the style that I want. Because I'm doing mermaid locks. I don't want the bundles to be all the way down here because to me, that looks weird. I want the bundles to be, somewhere like up here, so the lock will be about that long, and then the bundle will be the rest of the hair because the hair itself is pretty long. I think the hair that I have is like between 20 and 22 inches, so I definitely don't want the hair to be all the way down. Let's see, the end of my braids are right at my ribs. I don't want the bundle to start at my ribs. It's too long. I don't need the hair to be that long, and it, to me, will look kind of silly. Anyway, so I've washed and conditioned the bundles that I'm going to use, and the bundles that I'm going to use, just like last year, are also bundles that I previously used in a sew-in, and they were also on their last leg. So I ended up having to throw away because I washed it and conditioned it, and one of the wefts, I'm not even going to say a bundle, it maybe about half of a bundle got so tangled up that I couldn't get it untangled. So I had to throw that all away. But I was left with enough hair that I can still do the hairstyle because you don't need the entirety of 3 bundles, which is what I had installed in my hair previously. You just don't need that much hair. So thank God I didn't need all that. But that hair, I believe that's what made my hair look crazy the last time I had it in because it was so frizzy. And so I just ended up throwing it away. So anyway, so tracks, washing, condition, half of it is dry, the other half is still drying. I'm still trying to get the blow dryer to blow on it to get some heat through it and to dry it off, because I'm going to use glue. I think I'm going to use glue to attach the bundles, and I don't want wet wefts trying to, it doesn't work. You can't glue wet wefts, it doesn't work. I need light, my goodness. Anyway, and the spring twist hair that I'm going to use for the locks is soaking right now in warm water, vinegar, and shampoo, like a mixture of it. And almost immediately when I put the bundles in just the warm water and the vinegar, stuff just started coming off of the hair. Like it touched the water and the water started getting cloudy. It's just, what is on that hair? That is so gross. Anyway, so it's been sitting and soaking. So I just need to go ahead and wash it, because I poured shampoo on top of the hair. So I just need to wash it, rinse it, and then let that dry. But what I'm going to do now is work on shortening my natural hair so that my locks can be the length that I want them to be. That's all I got so far. Okay, I'll check in later. Okay, so I know I look crazy with my hair like this, but this is how you shorten the hair. So you remember how long my hair was before? This is how you get it shorter so that your locks are shorter. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some Marley hair. Yep, I'm gonna take some Marley hair, and I am going to put it through the little loops at the end, because that is what I'm going to glue the tracks onto, not to my hair. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, it's afternoon, but hello. Today is Wednesday, June 12th, and I am going to continue with my hair. I left off with attaching the kinky twist hair at the end of my little buns. What are they? My little bantu knots, my little loops, so that I can attach the track hair to it. So that's what I'll be doing today. We'll see if I can finish the hairstyle today. That would be great if I can, because I have somewhere to go in a few hours. So we'll see if let's just see how far I get. But now I have to go ahead and start gluing the tracks to the little, the tracks get glued to this part here. And then I have to trim off because I don't need all that. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I know my hair looks crazy, honestly. It looks ridiculous. So let's cover this up. So we are back, and all I have left is this one front piece that the track needs to be attached to, and I'm going to attempt to talk you through it. So right now, I'm just making sure that my hair is away from the extension piece because I don't want glue on my hair. Okay, so this is my last track here. This is how big it is. It's about, gosh, how big is this? I have small hands, so it wouldn't be accurate for me to compare it, but okay, I guess I'll compare it to this. This is a 1 fluid ounce size bottle of the 30-second glue. So this is how big it is, as you can see from here to here. So it's about the size of the entire nozzle of this bottle. That's how big this track piece is. And this is what's going to attach to this piece right here. So because I cut it, there's a bunch of hairs that are falling out. So I need to go ahead and pull those out so that it doesn't shed everywhere. All right, so this is what we have. This is what I just pulled out. And I'm going to do both sides because I think I cut from both sides, but just in case, you just want to pull out the shedded hairs so that you don't just have shedded hair falling all over you. All right. Okay, so now we've done that. And now I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the weft here. All right, so let me show you how much I put on here because I guess that might help. So this is how much glue. Can you see that? Yeah. That's how much glue I put on there. It's not a lot, but it's also not too little, if you can see that. I'm trying to see if you can see that. So it covers the track to make sure that there's enough glue so that it actually sticks, but also not too much so that it doesn't spill everywhere. You're going to get glue on your hands regardless, so that's why I have like a little towel down here and I've been wiping my hands off with that. If you do decide to use a towel, just know that glue does not come out of the towel. It will not. You can wash it all you want to. It's not going to come out. So just, if you're going to use a towel, no t-shirt, something like that, just know that it's not going to come out of that fabric. I accidentally got glue on my shirt, which sucks, but it ain't coming out, and I already know that, so oh well. Anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and attach this to as close to my hair as possible. So somewhere around here is where we're going to attach this track. So you see, you're attaching it. The glue is on there, and I'm making sure that there is enough of the track touching the extension, and then I'm just going to sandwich it for my first wrap around. So we're going to just close it, and you see we have a little bit left here at the bottom, okay? And we're going to wrap it around again. First fold, I like to hold it for a little bit, so pinch it together so that the glue can actually activate and start adhering to the hair, to the extension. Adhering to the extension. You don't want to, I don't want to adhere to my hair. All right, so now that I feel like it's been long enough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this little piece that's flapping on the side, and I'm going to fold that down too. So you have two options when you fold it down. You can either fold it upward so that it goes up the extension piece, or you can fold the track upon itself. So what I just did for this one is I actually just folded it on itself, and that's because the extension piece was short enough for me to do that. If it's a longer piece, if you fold it on itself, you're gonna end up making the bundle thicker, and when you attach the hair for the lock to wrap it, that means the lock is gonna have to be thicker too. So, but this was thin enough so that I was able to just wrap it on itself. All right, and then for good measure, I go ahead and I use one of these clips here, and I just clip it on to where the glue is so that it can actually set in place. So now I have done my entire head. All tracks, actually I need to check in the mirror to make sure I've done my entire head, but all tracks from what I can tell have been attached, and the next thing to do after this is to start wrapping the locks. So we're making progress. We are making progress. I have no idea what time it is. My guess is that it's like 3 o'clock, but that's the next step, is to wrap the lock. So I'll check in when it's time for that. Hello, I am back in my bonnet. As you can see, today is Thursday. Yes, today is Thursday, June 13th, and I am checking in about these mermaid locks, and I was able to get most of the way done with my hair and with wrapping the locks. And the only reason why I stopped, I think it was maybe like 1 in the morning when I stopped. Now, here's the thing. I stopped wrapping my hair around 6:30 p.m. yesterday because I had to go out. I just threw a scarf on and went out and hung out with family, and then came back, and I didn't start doing my hair again until maybe like 10, 11 o'clock, and I just kept going until like 1-ish o'clock in the morning. The only reason why I stopped is because I ran out of clean hair to wrap the locks with, because I refuse to wrap
I don't like using braiding hair that hasn't been cleaned yet. So I had to soak the the spring twist hair in vinegar water first. And then I need to let it dry because I just didn't want to work with wet hair. So I decided, okay, we'll stop here, let it dry overnight, and I'll just go to sleep. So that's what happened. I could have finished last night had I had enough hair to actually wrap all the locks, but I didn't. So that's why it's taking multiple days. It's taking multiple days because I just don't have the time to sit down and do it all the way through. But you could technically do this hairstyle in 1.5 days if you just go straight through. If you're an expert, you could do it in one day and you'll be fine. But I'm not a great braider. I'm not great at parting. I'm not a professional. I'm not a hairstylist at all. I'm doing this on my own and I'm not great at doing hair. So it takes me some time. Plus I have life going on. So I have to take time out for that, And also it's different doing hair on yourself than when you're doing it on someone else. The arm placement, the hand placement, all of it is way different. You can't see clearly. It's different. If I was doing this on somebody else, I know it will go way faster, but I'm doing it on myself. Give me grace. Anyway, so I want to continue wrapping my locks and then I'll check back in to show the process on like a couple of them in the front. So stick around for that. Okay, so I'm back and I'm down to my last 2 locks, which are these 2 right here in the very front. I've done all the rest of my head. All I have to do is the 2 in the front. So to get the lock started, basically you have to have the hair threaded or crocheted underneath the base of your braid here. And then you're going to take the shorter piece, which is this piece, and you're going to hold that with the extension and your braid on this side. You're going to take the longer piece here. This is what's going to wrap around the braid. So you're going to go wrap around the base of the braid 2 to 3 times. So that was 1 time. Here's the 2nd time. And that actually feels pretty tight or pretty taut. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start wrapping it down the length of the braid. So you're just taking the hair and wrapping it down the length of the braid. Let me get closer so you can see that. And there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all over the internet to teach you how or show you a better view of how to wrap a lock. This is where the extension piece is. I can feel the wefts and the glue. I'm going to go ahead and wrap over that part because I want to make sure that it doesn't just fall off. Okay, and let's see, make sure that everything's all wrapped up. Yep, all wrapped up. Alrighty, so that's how you do a lock. So that one is done. And now all I have to do is this one right here, and then I'm done. And as you can see, the sun is still up, so I haven't been doing this for too long. It only took a few hours for me to wrap everything, but literally it's really difficult to wrap a lock in some of the angles for me, just because it just got awkward. Like the sides and the very back were easy. It's when you got to like this part right here, the crown, that became awkward for me. I didn't know how to hold my hands or do my arms, and it just made it complicated. But anyway, so here is the hair, the spring twist hair right here. And then what I like to do is I like to have the crochet hook already open, and then go ahead and then make sure there's no other hairs in the section, like any other flyaways or anything. Move those out of the way, and slide the open crochet hook under the base of your braid. There we go. You see it's still open. I take the spring twist hair and I put it in the hook. Okay. and then you close the latch right here. Now it's closed, and you're gonna pull it underneath the braid, but not all the way through. So you're gonna hold on to the shorter piece here, or at least hold on to one half. Either you're gonna hold the longer piece or the shorter piece, whatever you choose, and you're just gonna pull the other half through to the other side of the base of the braid. So now it's all underneath the braid, okay? Now you're gonna do the same thing you did with this one. You're gonna have your shorter piece and group that with your braid and your extension piece. Hold that there, and then you're gonna go ahead and start wrapping at your base 2 to 3 times. I'm just gonna do 2 times because I just don't want it to be too tight and uncomfortable right at the front of my hairline. Okay, and I'm feeling some flyaways getting stuck in the lock, so I'm just gonna push those out of the way, and then we're gonna go ahead and start doing exactly what we did on this side. We're gonna start wrapping down the length of the braid. Okay, so I've made it all the way to the end of my hair, and right here where I got to the end of my braid, or the end of my hair, is where I can feel the glued tracks are. So I'm gonna make sure that that's where I like to tighten, because I'm pretty, not loose, but I wrap the hair comfortably down my hair, and then once I get to the tracks, that's when I actually wrap it tight so that it can reinforce the tracks. So let me grab all the hair, make sure that I have it all in my hand, and we'll start wrapping. Wrap down, covering the wefts that have been glued on, because we don't just want to rely on the glue, especially if you plan on washing your hair or getting in water at all. You don't want to just rely on the glue to hold the tracks in place. You need something else. And now you're done. So you probably could see this twist here. So this twist is part of the extension. This is what the tracks are actually glued to. All you gotta do is cut it off. So I just like to separate the bundle away from the twist, and I get as close to as possible as I can, so that it's not like a little nub of braiding hair sticking out underneath the bundle. So we're gonna just go like this, cut it, and we're done. And you can't see it. Like if you look closely, like you have to literally separate the hair in order to see, and the hair is not separating because it's wrapped, so you don't have to worry about that. Now I finished all of my locks, and this is what it looks like freshly done. It looks crazy for now. I'm not feeling this right here because I did add some bulk hair into like the base of the braids, but I don't think I like this very much, so I think I'm gonna just pull it out. I'm not sure, but I think maybe I need time to see it. I think I need to wet the hairstyle and see how I really like it. But this is the finished product that I have so far. You know, it doesn't feel too tight. I'm not gonna lie, I did have a little bit of a tension headache yesterday, but it's since loosened up. There were like different spots where I kind of wrapped the base a little bit too tight, but this is what it looks like so far. And I'm not feeling this. The bulk hair is completely different hair from the bundle hair that I used, but this is what we have so far. I'm going to rearrange the shot and we're gonna reshoot, and I'll give you some details. Okay, so I'm back. It is the same day. But initial thoughts, I'm not a fan. I don't like the way it came out, and I think I just need time with it. The things I don't like about it, number one, I think the hair is too straight. That's what I did. It's straighter hair. It has the slightest wave to it because when I had the hair, I wore it straight. When I bought it, it was straight. So the whole intention was for it to be worn straight. I noticed that when I washed it, it has a slight wave to it. I kept the hair because I figured I could recycle it. This is how I'm recycling it. Once I take this out, it's going in the trash because it has glue all on the wefts. They're cut up into little pieces. I just wanted to wear it more than once. The hair, these bundles, originally came from AliExpress, and I bought them in September of 2021. Then I had them installed in October of 2021, kept them in for maybe a month, and then took them out, and it was pretty initially. I noticed that the hair didn't really hold a curl. And then after I washed it, I noticed the hair had the hardest time staying straight, and it kind of got stiff. And I was like, you know what? It's not supposed to be straight. And well, it wasn't supposed to be worn it probably wasn't supposed to be worn for a month. It probably should have been worn as a quick weave for like a couple weeks and then take it out. But I think the hair does better when it's in its natural wave. It probably looks better, but that's how I'm going to wear it now, is in its natural wave. So I think it's too straight. Number 2, the wispies, tendrils, accent hairs, whatever, the bulk hair that I added, which is this, is a different wave pattern. And so it just looks weird. Happy birthday, dear daddy. You gotta make a wish. Oh, okay. There we go. Wednesday, June 19th, and we're currently walking over to listen to some live music. Happy Juneteenth to y'all. I don't know when this is coming out. It might be January when I finally put this out, but happy Juneteenth to you all.
It's February 8th. It's almost June again.
Yeah. And I hope you had a nice Juneteenth. It is hot. It is hot all week, so that's interesting for us. I will check back in once we get to the festivities. So we're walking and someone just pointed out to us there's a rainbow, and then I realized it's actually a double rainbow. It's a very faint one that's right here. Oh God, and it's raining even harder now. Hello, today is Friday, June 28th, and I am actually checking in for my first day of my new job. Again! So I got another sales associate job, and I am kind of anxious. Am I anxious? I was excited to get the job, and I'm still happy I have the job. I think I am just not looking forward to being new all over again and starting all over again, learning a new system again when I just did this a few months ago. I just like to be in it and working and know what I'm doing and, you know, get through my shift and be like, all right, I'm done. Peace out, y'all. But let's see, it's a 4-hour shift for today, and I don't know when I come back. I'm pretty sure I'll figure that out today. But of course I got here early, because why would you be late on your first day? But let's see, what goals do I have? My goals for this job is to learn the system, to become really knowledgeable in the products that we sell, to be very helpful at work, to make a strong impact on the workplace, to learn and grow, and to have fun. Those are the goals that I have for this experience. and it's in a type of store that I've worked in before. I've worked in this industry before, so it's been a long time, but I have worked in this industry before, so it's gonna be a little bit different because previously it was geared towards just regular, anybody can come in and shop type of stores, like very base level. But this store is same industry, but it's geared towards professionals and licensed people. So it's gonna be a little bit different, which I'm okay with, even though like the first time around that I worked in this industry, I really liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun. I actually really liked it. Would I go back? If the pay was better, I would go back. But no, I know it's not good. I know it's not good. If the pay was better, I'd go back. But it's not. I have financial goals, and I know that I need to be paid a certain way in order to reach those goals. So just trying to just calm down, be zen in my mind, keep an open mind. I don't know what to expect. That's another thing. I don't know what to expect, so it's a little overwhelming, I guess. That's all I have. Yeah. Okay, I'll check back in later. Peace. Okay, I just finished my first shift, and it is nothing that I expected. Not number one. First of all, everyone's cool. I've only met 2 people besides the manager now, the person who hired me. I'm just going to say A and J. I met A when I came in for my interview a couple weeks ago, and today I met J. Both lovely. I got to observe the environment for 4 hours. They have fun. They have fun at work. They laugh, they joke, they get along. It's very casual. Very casual. So I'm going to be comfortable, which is great. It's a diverse environment, which is extremely important to me. I like diversity because it's just better that way. It's just better when there's people of different ages, different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different creeds. I love a diverse environment because I learn stuff and I tend to get along with everybody. So I just like to have different people around. It's fun, in my opinion. It just makes the work environment just better. So what I did today was, I was not expecting this. For 4 hours, I just stared at an iPad and clicked through modules and quizzes and videos and read different stuff. And oh my gosh. That part was not fun. I got so tired. I was actually really looking forward to learning the floor, but that's not your first few days. The first few days you are literally sitting at an iPad and reading through modules and going through questions. It's just I was so tired, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. 4 hours? 4 hours? Anyway, so I'm scheduled to come back tomorrow for another 4 hours. The only thing I noticed that they're like strict on is breaks. They're very strict on breaks, which is important. You know, take your 10, take your 30. They make sure that you have your break, which I'm not gonna lie, I have worked at places in the past where they weren't too strict about that. It was almost like the only reason why you're getting a break is because legally I have to give you a break. So I've worked at places like that before. That's the end of my first shift, and I'm happy with it. Yay! I gotta say, that was impressive.
Hello. Today is Sunday, June 30th. It's the last day of June. I'm back to talk about, or to complete, my previous clip. When I first finished doing my hair, I never came back to finish that clip because something very, very important came up and I had to immediately stop what I was doing and take care of that. And I just never got back on camera. I know, gosh, because it's been a couple weeks since that happened. So I know I initially did not like my hair when I first did it. And now it's been a couple weeks, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not in love with it. It's okay. I did remove, because I think there was a piece that I had up here somewhere that had additional braiding hair or bulk hair that I had added in to kind of cover up the locks. I took that out. It was ugly. I still have it on one of the ones over here somewhere. Anyway, so I guess I can just talk about the past couple weeks what I've been doing to keep up with it. And then in like a month, once it's been a month that I've had the hair in, then I'll do a 1 month update. Anyway, so the past couple weeks, how I've been living with the hair, fine. I've been just living with it in a bonnet. Literally, it's just been in a bonnet for the past several weeks. It comes out once or twice a week, maybe, if I'm going outside. But other than that, if I'm in the house, it's just in a bonnet. And I did actually crimp the hair a day or two after I finished it because it just did not look good to me. And I went out for an outing, and so I wanted to look nice, so I used my crimper to crimp the hair. And I was like, oh yeah, this looks way better. And so that was the 15th. It's now the 30th, so it's been 15 days. And these are the crimps that I put in. Literally, well, obviously they looked way better when I first did them because it was way more defined. But how I've been able to actually keep the hair wavy is just braiding it. I literally split it in half down at night, take the 2 sections, and then just braid them. Throw them up in a bonnet, and then when I need to take them out, take the braids down, brush through them, and then that's it. I haven't put any product on my hair, which is, down in here. I haven't put any product on this hair except for hairspray when I initially crimped the hair. Okay, so the hair that I use for the locks, which I know are a little bit hard to see, but as you can see, there's 2 different colors, if you can tell. There's this one, which is the darker brown color, and this one has more of a blonde color, and I actually have it mixed like that all throughout. Some sections have the lighter color, some sections have the darker brown color. Anyway, but what I used for the lock specifically is I used the Outre Outre Springy Afro Twist. I only got 12 inches this time. Last time I got like 14 or 16 or 18, something like that. I got way more than I needed, and I would just cut the bundles in half. But this time I just used the 12, and that was perfect for the lock. So I used a 12 inch, and the color I used, here's one of them, which is the 2T 1B27, and the other one I use is 2T 1B30, and I just mixed them. That's all I did. I made sure that I soaked my bundles or soaked the hair before in really, 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 really warm water and vinegar. And also I drizzled shampoo all over the hair, and I let that sit for a while so that it would remove the coating, and then washed with the shampoo, and then I let it fully dry before I even used it. And it does, as you can see, it is kind of stringy looking. It really is time to refresh it at this point. It's kind of old, but yeah, it's stringy looking. But when you initially brush it out, it does look nice and fluffy, but then throughout the day it just separates, probably because it's on separate pieces of hair, so it's going to separate. That makes sense. I have received a couple compliments, and I appreciate it. I think it looks kind of funny. I think it's because I don't like the way locks look when they're colored. Like any other color besides 1, 1B, 2, or 4. I think it looks kind of weird. I don't know why, but that might be why I don't like it. And also I don't like it because it looks boneless. It's my fault. This was literally an experiment. This was 100% an experiment. I wanted to see what the hairstyle would look like in a lighter color because I haven't seen anybody. I can't find anybody with mermaid locks in a lighter color. It's all natural colors. So it's all, well, not to say this is not a natural color. This is clearly someone's natural hair color, not mine. But I mean, I'm used to darker colors. So a 1, a 1B, a 2, a 4. That's all I've seen. And I wanted to see something different, and I wanted to just put it out there so people can have an example if they want to try it. But I'm still getting used to it. I still don't think that I have unlocked its full potential in it looking good. So, that's my bad. But also, I used bundles that are meant to be straight. So this hair has a very, very light wave to it. But when I bought the bundles, it was intended to be worn straight. So when I purchased them, they were shipped to me and they were already straightened. And then I washed them, of course, because I always wash hair before I put it in my head. And it had like a slight wave, and then it got straightened out again once it got installed. So that's another reason why the hairstyle kind of looks weird. So it gives a flatter look, obviously. Well, not right now. It's given the weird wave, but it gives a flatter look because it's intended to be straight. But I think it will look better, me personally, because I like volume. It'll look better with more of a textured hair, something that's supposed to be wavy or curly, will look better in my opinion. And then I also made the mistake of I think because I didn't want it to be too, I think because I don't want it to be too bulky or too heavy, I also didn't use that much hair. Let me actually show you how much hair I have left. So this entire bag is trach hair, and there's a few wefts left in here. I think I used half of the amount that I needed. Possibly use half. There's plenty of hair, of trach hair left in here to potentially do this again. I don't think I'm gonna do it again, not with this hair, but I don't think I used enough hair, because you can see this one right here. Look how sad that is. That's all the hair. That's all the hair that I put in there. Why? You know, this one's better. It's fuller, but let's compare. Like, what? Why did I do that? This little bitty thing and then this fuller thing. It just looks silly to have this fat lock with this little That's my fault. You know, that's my fault. Luckily, it's in the back of my head, so I can kind of like tuck it. Oh, hold on. There we go. Tuck it, and you can't really see it, but not my favorite, y'all. Not my favorite. It's done. Like, my hair's done. And all I need to do is just make sure, I'm so sorry, I keep moving the camera around. All I need to do is just make sure that my scalp stays clean and that my hair gets moisturized, which today I made my conditioning spray concoction, and I just need to, I'll show you how I do it eventually, but like I'll just need to use my spray bottle to spray the hair and make sure that my hair stays moisturized underneath. And like my edges, my hairline is really dry right now. I haven't done anything. I have not been nice to my hairline at all. So it just looks like this. I haven't put anything on it. There's no, yeah, that's what it looks like. I haven't put any moisturizer on it. No water hasn't touched it. I don't do edge control. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's just dry and curly and puffy and frizzy. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's I will say, tightness was gone. I feel like it was gone by the next day or so. I can put the hair up. It's totally fine. There's no pulling. Last time I did the sections smaller. I did less sections this time, and some of the hairs were too tight. Have not had that at all. It's totally fine. I will say I'm happy that this time around the hairstyle is lighter and it's looser. So not loose as in one's gonna fall out. It's in there. It's in there. It's gonna take effort to get this hairstyle out, but it's not putting any type of strain on my scalp, which is a relief. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Some of the locks, like this one, I don't like the way this one looks. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks. And it's an easy fix. I can literally just wrap it better. That's all I have to do is just wrap it better. But I'm not taking this out until it's time to take it out. And last time I kept my locks in for 3 months. I did them in July, and I didn't take them out until mid-October. And my hair flourished. I know some people think that's gross, but I washed my scalp, washed and conditioned, and I make sure that my actual hair was getting moisturized through the lock. My hair thrived. I was able to retain length because of this hairstyle. I did this hairstyle last summer, and because of it, I was able to retain length throughout the year. So for me, like, my hair grows, everyone's hair grows. My hair was growing, but I was able to retain it. And that like blew my mind. How much length I had after I took the hairstyle down. I was like, oh my God. As draining as it was to put the hairstyle in, it was worth the result. Like, I loved the way it looked the first time around. I'm talking about the first time around. I loved the way it looked. It was beautiful. It lasted a long time. I love that my hair just blended with the lock as it grew out. Couldn't tell. It was great. So, I mean, yes, in the future, I'll do this style again. I'll just make sure to use the right bundles of hair. But yes, again, I use my old bundles that I literally put in back in 2022. No, 2021. I got them in October. So I bought these
and had them in October of 2021. And now I'm using them again in 2024. I took them out because they just wasn't acting right. And I think it was just an entire track that just wasn't acting right. And when I went to go wash it and condition it, it totally knotted up on me. So I just threw it out, and now I'm left with the better hair. So it's been acting fine. We'll see what happens over time, if it'll continue to act okay. But I mean, it's human hair. It's 100% human hair. It's just less expensive human hair. So it came already colored. And when I received it, I actually lightened it just a little bit because it was a bit darker than this. And it is highlighted, so it is 2 different colors, hence why I bought the 2T1B30 and the 2T1B27, because I wanted to blend it. And so that's what I did. And the 1B27 matches better, but the 1B30, I like the way it looks better. The warmth of that 30 just looks nice to me. So I feel like it actually balances out the brassiness of the 27 here in this one. So like I said, again, this is the 30 and it's the 27. So I just got it from my local beauty supply store. There's a beauty supply store that is nearby that is huge, absolutely ginormous. It's huge. It's crazy how like they have so much braiding hair, so much bulk hair. It's great. So I knew that I didn't even need to go online. I hate shopping online for my hair because I like to be able to touch it and see it in person and see what the options are. But I knew they were going to have it. So I just went there and I was like, oh, there it is. And they had all the lengths. They had the 12, the 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Like they had all the lengths. So I feel like I did the right thing with the color. But this is what it's looking like. I know it doesn't look that great today. Sorry. But I just wanted to give an update. Oh, also it's long. Like it's way longer than the previous bundles that I put in before. And I trimmed it because it was just way too long. I prefer slightly shorter hair. So let's see, how long does this go? This actually goes all the way down. I'm sitting down right now. I am 5'2", and it stretches down to like my hip bone. So it's long. It's definitely down there. I think that's all I have for this hairstyle and this video, because this is the last day of June. So this is the last day of the June vlog. So I will be ending this video, and I guess I'll end it on a high note. I'm grateful that I did this hairstyle because number one, it let me know that I can do it faster than the first time. Number two, I did actually grasp the concept and I remembered how to do it. Number three, I was able to try with a different color because I always wondered what it looked like in a different color. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you clicking on this video. Hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I hope you have a fantastic July, and see you in the next one. Bye.